playing as one of the rarest dinosaurs you'll ever see in the Jurassic, Camptosaurus. It sucks being solo since everything folds you easily, but when in groups, it is quite fun, and quite a force to be reckoned with. But before starting the event, we've discovered this strange bug on Camptosaurus. It can fly. Well, technically it's not flying. It's just a bug, but that when you spam your jump button too much, then it appears that you are flying. Of course, we have to try it for ourselves. They say you just have to spam your jump button quickly. That was attempt 1. My second attempt was a fail. However, some are just blessed with the power of flight. I don't see how this can be exploitable other than escaping, so it's not that much harm. As we gained more members, and some of our baby Camptosaurus grew up, we headed straight to Fern, Savannah, the mega hotspot of the Jurassic. This may be a low server, but we're still getting some action. Even as a low-tier dinosaur, Camptosaurus has such sweet animations. And here it is, our first target for today. I thought it was being passive, but it went straight for one of our babies. Of course, we gotta protect it. That is our first hunter down. But as we saw a group of baby Sarahs coming by, I decided and told my team to spare them. Give them the Allosaurus corpse since they would need it. But hey, the Ceratosaurus figured that they would rather have us as their targets. Of course, we had to fight back. I appreciate their bravery. Being little babies, I'm sure they still know that they are no match for us. Waterhole was pretty much ours. Until the bigger carnivores, however, would start to spawn in. Just look at this. Just look at this herd. It just looks so good sometimes when you just, group up, have a fun time. It's not all about survival. In the upcoming recode, because herbivores will now have the ability to group up limitlessly. So you can group up to more than your soft pack limit when compared to the legacy version. It would make sense to have gigantic herbivore herbs instead. We all chilled in the Oxbow Lake. But then, we had some ice lingering in the rivers. Two Yangchuanosaurus decided to try and test this herd of Camptosaurus. But guess what? They might be in for a surprise because Camptosaurus, especially in these numbers, are not that quick to surrender. Some of my packmates even said that they broke their bones, spines, and heads. I may look like an idiot in this clip because I didn't actually see the Allosaurus at first. I wandered around trying to see in the distance where it is, when it just actually passed us by or it was just right beside us. I was lagging pretty badly because this was the time the Grow a Garden was updating and I think it was lagging out much of our servers. Luckily, and unfortunately for this Allosaurus, it was no match for our pack. But our peace didn't end there. Another Ceratosaurus decided to test their luck on this herd. Even with quite the lagginess, I still managed to land a few hits to the Ceratosaurus, even though everybody was blinking around and dashing around like crazy. Of course, the Ceratosaurus was overwhelmed, and it didn't take quite long for us to handle it. My packmates informed me that there's a torvosaurus nearby. I want to test our luck and see how a herd of Camptosaurus can handle an adult torvosaurus. Even from that one bite, it already broke my head. But we still decide to charge in, try to test our luck. Let's see how a herd of Camptosaurus go against this solo torvo. I was keeping my distance from its head and trying just to nibble it from the body and tail. Even that's just cost a few hundred. But the delays still give me some pretty bad hits. As we swarmed the Torvosaurus, we thought we had the upper hand. But I already read that 2 of my packmates have already died. And there they go. This was a failed mission, so I just instructed my packmates to back off, since we're not really built on, hunting Torvosauruses. We healed up back to the forest, waiting for another day ahead of us. Just a few in-game hours later, we saw this solo yangchuanosaurus feeding off the corpses of our fallen brethren. We decided to attack it. Quite easy to take down in a herd like this. I even landed a bone break before it died. GG's. What you're about to see next is such a rare occurrence that I am delighted to see it and record it on camera. Yes, friendly Saurophaganaxes. Friendly towards us, Camptosauruses. It's such a bizarre and weird occurrence but it's very not normal to me, Since Saurophaganaxes have built a reputation on killing on-site dinosaurs. I still wasn't getting near any of them, but I'm glad that they're friendly, or this bunch rather. In the background, as those Saurophaganax waved us goodbye, I saw an Allosaurus sneak by to the bushes. It was trying to hide behind this termite mound, but of course I spotted him. I was still worried about my bleeding condition. But I wasn't going to let this Allosaurus get away that easily. I was also distracted by this yangchuanosaurus on the side. Unfortunately for this poor Allosaurus, it got stuck around the shrubbery of the Jurassic. It was an easy kill. But seeing that sub-yang grow into adult, I warned my packmates about it. It was our next target. We've seen earlier that this yangchuanosaurus can't stand a whole herd of Camptosauruses, even we were mega packing. This yangchuanosaurus gave us quite a long chase. It wasn't easy to give in with this whole herd swarming him. But eventually, it failed. We celebrated. This was part of my plan to make a very cool thumbnail for the video. I ordered some of my pack members to switch to carnivores, and trying to take a very good screenshot with all of us roaring at each other. Just like this. We were missing a yangchuanosaurus in this clip, but that wasn't the deal breaker. It's because this sussy stegosaurus decided to trot in where we are. And at first glance, I already knew that this dude was going to be a pain in the butt. Eventually, it decided to ruin the fun and betray us and by killing us all. Well, that was a weird ending for the video, but if you have liked and want to join future events such as this, carnivores, omnivores, and herbivores, you can join the link key of my Discord below. And again, until next time.